Hey everybody, and welcome to the fourth review in my 2017 Best Picture nominee series. Today's review is on the little independent film, Hell or High Water. The film follows the story of two brothers who carry out a series of bank heists for a very specific and personal reason, all while being pursued by Texas Rangers. The first of the brothers, and arguably the primary protagonist of the film, is Toby Howard, who is played by Chris Pine. And for those of you who've seen my previous videos, you know how much I love any form of subdued acting. And Pine gave a very emotionally subdued performance, and I was highly impressed with him. This was his best performance to date. Ben Foster plays Todd's brother Tanner, and I did not see Foster in this role. He became Tanner Howard. I have never been a big fan of Foster, but he blew me away with his fantastic portrayal. Jeff Bridges plays Marcus Hamilton, one of the Texas Rangers pursuing the brothers, and this is the Jeff Bridges that we love to watch. He had the most comedic role in the film, and he stole every scene that he was in. And also, as an honorable mention, there is a side character who is Jeff Bridges' partner in the film. And I mention it because they have the best chemistry in the entire film. I loved all their interactions together. I'm blanking on the name of the actual actor. He's Indian, Native American, and he's one of those guys, like, you know who he is when you see him, but you don't know his name. He's one of those character actors. Now, I've said earlier that the brothers are robbing banks for a personal reason, but I will not discuss the reason, even though it's said on sites like IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, and that's mainly because when I went to see it, I only went because I got word of mouth that the movie was actually fantastic. So I went in knowing nothing about the plot other than the fact that the main characters were bank robbers, and I feel like it made the film more emotionally rich. The script is definitely one of the more realistic of the nominees, just like Manchester by the Sea, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite scripts of 2016. And one thing that I was actually really impressed as far as realism were the bank heists. The robberies didn't have too much to them. They weren't very theatrical. It felt like I was actually watching a bank robbery happening right in front of me. And the film also has great, slow-paced editing that's finely tuned and purposeful. Now, compared to me, Mallory didn't like the pacing, saying that the film was struggling to find a balance occasionally, and the character establishment was too fast in the beginning, but then it relatively smooths out. However, I honestly disagree with her. I didn't think that it was too fast at the beginning, and keeping that in mind, I love when a film gives characters time to blossom, and it always makes an intriguing character study for me when it's done right. The film is also beautifully shot, great cinematography. It felt more like it felt like a modern day Western, which in many ways it kind of was. And while the score was alright, it wasn't very memorable. The one part that I paid attention most to was the soundtrack. The entire film is littered with country music. And not the modern country that comes out today. Honestly, I hate modern country. But more the folksy and classic country. I loved it. It's really hard for me to find a flaw in this film, but if I had to stretch to find one, I'd probably say maybe the slow pacing. I feel like it could hurt the replay value for most, if not all, movie watchers. To recap, this is a really good film and a great character study with incredibly good performances, a tight script, gorgeous cinematography, and fantastic editing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more movie reviews, please check out my channel, and if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button down below. Anyway guys, that's all I have time for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.